Did you have any funny stories or anything happen while you were here at home?
You mean during that time when?
Yeah, during that time, yeah.
I don't know. I was just busy writing letters. Like I said, my older brother was in service, and I had a couple of cousins that I wrote to, and I wrote to Vic, and so that was mostly my time.
Was there any interesting moments at all? Can't think. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Interesting moments, like.
Yeah.
What are the things that happen? I think we covered that one earlier.
Oh yeah, we did. Oh, I think we did. I apologize. Do you remember what you were doing when the end of the war had happened? Were you outside, maybe sitting on the porch, or?
I have no idea. I can't remember that. You and your brother came home about the same time, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
He got out of the Army and you got out of the Navy about the same time.
What was that like, reuniting with your, I'd say your best friend?
I don't know,
or was he like your brother?
What's that again?
What was he more like, a brother or a best friend?
Who?
Your brother, Clem.
Oh, I
thought you were saying your brother.
Oh, well, yeah, my brother, no, his brother and him got out at the same time.
Oh, okay. Well, what was that like, reuniting with him?
I know it's kind of enjoyable. You start playing guitar and that's what we did for pastime. And then well, he got married and I got married and we have kids, and that eliminated a lot of us playing. Well, he played a lot longer than I did, because when we had a family reunion, he played and did accordion.
Miss Voss, or you can answer this too. What after he got out, how long? Because it takes, most people that went to war, it takes a while for them to start talking about it. How long did it take for him to open up and start talking about it?
I don't know. When did you feel like talking about it after the war?
Yeah, I'd put that behind me, and I'd start thinking about starting a dairy, really. And I may see my youngest brother and I would work together on a dairy farm. Then he got drafted in the Korean War, and when he came back, I had was 2 years. I was doing it myself then anyway, and he didn't want to get back into it, so he got a job at Sport and Bell at that time. So, or year. Oh yeah, I guess he had a different job first, and then he got into the Sport and Bell. Sport and Bell was a pretty good place to work after the war.
Ms. Voss, did you want to hear about his experiences whenever he came back? Were you worried about it, or were you just curious about wanting to know what he did? And
curious about it, find out what he did, how he did it.
If you remember, how long after he came back do you think it was that he started telling you about it?
I don't know, since you didn't really see no battle, it wasn't that hard to talk about it.
Yeah.
I think those boys that seen battle and stuff, it was harder for them.
Yeah, that's what it's like for my dad. He was in the Marines for 8 years.
Yeah,
My dad was in the Marines for 8 years,
Yeah.
so he still doesn't.
Wasn't want to talk.
He just now, a couple months ago, told me about his first experience.
Yeah, I think that was with a lot of them. They didn't want to talk about it.
Vic, how had Washington or wherever you were had changed while you were gone? Was there did you see any differences at all?
No, I don't quite get what you mean.
How much did Washington change while you were gone?
Oh, I don't think not too much.
I don't think the town changed as much as the rural areas. That's when they started getting electric and the roads improved. and things like that.
I don't have anything else on out of questions. I know you're done. I have.
Is there anything else you would like to share that we didn't ask about at all? Either of you?
I really don't know. I can't think of anything right now.
What about Victor? Anything else you'd like to add?
No, not that I